On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what Guan, a blessed and wonderful Friday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch your snow, my peeps, to the name Friday, the day when Mr. Smile smile pan some of the ones and ones them pocket. So whilst you're out there traversing these streets from Run Point to the Grill Point, safe travel, pan the gravel, and as always, my peeps, continuously look out on the corner, yai Kazwa, the old dirty corner boy them, always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So we're gonna kick it off in the morning, my peeps, with some updates. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the fatal knockings and clappings where they go on up at Tavern there, so. Yeah, man. Me I talk about that incident here where they go on in a one little lane up at Tavern where a licensed firearm holder end up can up a next man and pull a card pan him. Yeah, man. Now, the murder accused, Ishmael Davis, was granted bail that had the licensed firearm holder when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. So the 52-year-old was granted bail in a sum of 2 million Jamaican dollars. So based on his conditions of bail, Davis is to surrender his travel documents and report to the police station. A stop order was also imposed on him. Now, the licensed firearm holder, a material handler at the Jamaica Public Service Company, is charged with the fatal knockings and clappings of 57-year-old Norris Ferguson, presently on your screen, said to be a construction worker. So allegations states that sometime around 7:10 a.m. on Tuesday, May 27, the video went viral, so I'm pretty sure that almost everyone saw that video. There was a verbal turn physical altercation between both men in the community. It is said that during the argument, the licensed firearm holder, that's Ishmael Davis, used his licensed firearm for can up the 57-year-old Norris Ferguson. Him get can twice in him head. Him lose him 3 points, same place, on the spot. But luckily, the incident was recorded on CCTV. Now, the licensed firearm holder, Ishmael Davis, his attorneys, that's King's Counsel Peter Champagne and Samoy Campbell, presented other videos of the incident from other angles, different from the video that went viral on social media. So Davis claimed that him can up the man in self-defense after the man pulled a knife on him. A knife was recovered from the scene. Now, Davis is to return to court on the 14th of July, 2025. Boy, me I tell you, that's rough. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Mary Police Division, where a man is said to be the St. Mary Police Division most wanted, identified as Andrew Dixon, presently on your screen, but them call him Batman in the streets. It is said that he was being sought by the police, but decides, boy, he wants to stop run and turn himself over yesterday. That's Thursday. So he turned himself over to the Anatomy Police. He was wanted in connection with a fatal knockings and clappings and also a wounding with intent. It is said that when he turned himself in, he was accompanied by a pastor and other family members. Smart youth. you did the right thing. Yeah, man. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is in relation to the fatal knockings and clappings of this criminal element here, presently on your screen, said to be the reputed gang leader for the notorious 440 gang in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Andrew South Police Division. Now, the police, them say, boy, they keep a keen eye on that particular area to prevent what they call a reprisal. Yeah, man. Now, the deceased, the criminal element presently on your screen identified as Mark Harrison, but them call him Mark II in our streets. He was taken out in a hail of bullets by one of his own cronies at his home. So the criminal element in question who carry out the dirt is presently on your screen. Now, reports indicate that sometime around 11 p.m., Harrison, that a Mark II, was at his home when he was approached by one of his cronies who pulled a firearm and conned him up several times in the upper body and head. It is stated that the criminal element presently on your screen fled and residents assisted Mark II to the Kingston Public Hospital, where of course he was officially pronounced you know what. So the St. Andrew South Police is reporting that in days leading up to the incident, the gang leader and his alleged Knockist and Clappist were frequently seen together in the community with friends like these who need enemies. Yeah, man. So they engaged in seemingly friendly interactions, socialized, drank and spent time together in a manner that did not indicate any conflict, and that you call a calm before the storm. The police stated that the gang leader's fatal knockings and clappings has significantly increased the potential risk of retaliation. So according to the police, there is a high likelihood that counterattacks may be initiated by the gang as they possess the capabilities and resources to cause harm. So these criminal element, in other words, the police, them a say, boy, the boy them full of strap round there, gun and gunshot for days. Now, Mark II, the police stated, maintain deep ties to the criminal underworld. He had numerous criminal associates who may choose to avenge his loss of life, thereby escalating tensions, triggering further attacks of violence. So as a result, the police have requested that Courtney Ashley, the criminal element known as Bloodstain, for turning himself. They are also stated that Orlando Williams, a criminal element known as Biggs or Alien, them for turn themselves over to the police. Also, the police have listed 3 persons of interest. A brother known as Tavern Clark, we come from Sierra Drive. A brother known as Jamari McKnight, otherwise known as Kojo. And Mark Harrison Jr., otherwise known as Passa. So that a Mark II son. Yeah, man. So these 4 men are to report to the Hunts Bay Police Station by noon today. So the police have stated that the motive for the attack is really unclear because them not understand why him own crony would have slapped him away. Now the gang is involved in a lot of fatal knockings and clappings, whole heap of shooting, rental, extortion, contract knockings and clappings. You name it, the 440 drive man them involved in it. So right now, it's a decent spot of work the criminal element beside him put on still. But now the police them need to go circle him and gun him down to just the same. Make sure so no met out the same punishment to him that was meted out to Mark II. Yeah, man. I don't know about you, but me just love it when the Knockist and Clappist them clap with each other. Now the police is reporting 4 fatal knockings and clappings within 27 hours right across the island. One incident was recorded in Clarendon. I spoke about that yesterday, where a man who is said to be of unsound mind lose 3 pints. A next man end up lose 3 pints in the Lincoln Avenue area, right at Lincoln and Anthony Road there, so in the Kingston Western Police Division, and of course in the St. Andrew South Police Division. Mark 2 end up lose 3 pints. And over there in the St. Catherine South Police Division, a taxi operator end up lose 3 pints in a Nagohead. The police stated that fatal knockings and clappings by criminal elements are still trending down by 44.6% so far this year when compared to the corresponding period last year. Police are also stating that shootings which result in injuries are down 33% this year when compared to the same period of 2024. Now, in this morning's set of stories, my peeps, a student is now behind bars after robbery and firearm seizure in St. Andrew. Yeah, man. So a student was one of the 2 women that I spoke about yesterday. And that is following the seizure of an illegal firearm on Barbican Road in St. Andrew on Wednesday. Now, the 2 women whose names the police have declined to release, as they have not yet been formally charged. I don't know where the police are waiting to charge them so we can know who. Were reportedly held following a robbery in the corporate area. They were caught and arrested by the police as they waited in a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant in Ligani, St. Andrew. So reports reaching on the Spot News Media is that sometime around 9 p.m, police received information that a car which was involved in a robbery was seen at the intersection of Oak Road and Old Hope Road in the Barbican area. Now, it is said that the vehicle was later intercepted at the drive-thru and the women taken into custody. The vehicle was searched and a large sum of cash was found. During further checks at the women's home, a silver and black Taurus pistol and 6 live rounds was found under a chest of drawers. A bag containing monies and bank receipts was also found by the police. The women, one of which is said to be a student of a high school, were arrested and the weapon and money seized for processing. So right there and then, my peeps, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah, man. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, where lawmen assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division have charged 2 men with murder. They have also been charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, wounding with intent, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony, following an incident along Taylor Road in Garden Pen in the parish on Friday, June 6. Now, the man in question, who was on the receiving end of those fatal can wounds, has since been identified as this man, presently on your screen identified as 19-year-old Sandre Walker, said to be a student of a Garden Pen address in Spanish Town. Now, the 2 criminal elements we get charged is 22-year-old Mikhi West and also 20-year-old Jamari Daly. The youth will end up lose 3 pints. Sandre Walker is said to be a scammer, and him lose him 3 pints because some scamming money never split right. But anyway, my peeps, I'm going to hear from the man in charge of the St. Catherine North Police Division, that's Senior Superintendent of Police, Hopton Nicholson. Now listen.
On Thursday, June 12, 2025, the St. Catherine North CIB preferred charges against 2 men who were implicated in a murder and wounding with intent, which occurred on Friday, June 6, 2025, in the community of Taylor Avenue, Garden Pen, Spanish Town. Mikhi West, a 22 years old unemployed man of Eltham Acres address, Spanish Town, and Jamari Daly, also known as Jalen, a 20 years old man of Eltham Park address, were charged with the following offenses: murder, wounding with intent, assault at common law, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Now, since the start of 2025, over 60% of the murders committed in St. Catherine North have been cleared by our hardworking detectives. They are also trying their very best to bring closure to the remaining murders as the year progresses. Be warned that you are more likely to be arrested and charged if you commit a crime in the St. Catherine North Division. Our efforts are ongoing, and it is our hope that the law-abiding citizens can live, work, and do business peacefully across the division.
Now the last thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Catherine South Police Division over there in Old Harbour. This brother here, presently on your screen, has been missing since April 13th. Them find him lifeless. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. He has since been identified as Andrew May. Now he's said to be 39 years old, and as I stated earlier, went missing on the 13th of April. His family is now mourning his loss of life, as his body was positively identified at a morgue on June 3. Now, the man in question, Andrew May, said to be a former customer service representative from the Burke Road community in Old Harbour. He had been battling depression after losing his job during the pandemic. It is said that he was reportedly missing 3 days after leaving home. Now, the police is stating that they launched their investigation into his disappearance, while his family offered a $1 million reward for any information leading to his safe return and also hired a private investigator. So 7 weeks later after his disappearance, the family was notified of an unidentified body at the Morgan's funeral home that was scheduled for a pauper's burial. Tragically, the body was confirmed to be that of the missing man, ending the family's antagonizing search. So I go on and now we get to understand, say, the man a walk along the PJ Patterson Highway on the 9th of April 13th and him get licked down. Yeah man, he was involved in a hit and run accident. He was, however, transported to the Spanish Town Hospital where he lost his life whilst undergoing treatment. But because nobody never come to say, yes, I'm my family, usually when there's an unclaimed body, the government use the Morgan's funeral parlor to store them unclaimed body there and give them a pauper funeral. But surprisingly, neither the family or the police checked with the morgues. And that is really surprising. But anyway, the family is definitely thankful for closure. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps, the thing rough. Condolences to the bereaved families of this young man. But anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.